Hello dear students, how are you all? Hopefully you are well. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 3.5 and it is board versus current related math, and also I will show some shortcut method how to find out the value or how to solve the math of percentage. Okay, this is algebraic expression chapter 3.5 and this is your second lecture, and since this is the branch of algebraic expression, the little history for you. That is, the word algebra comes from the Arabic alzabalit, the restoring of broken parts, from the lead title of the book Lim al-Jabr wal Muqabala, the science of restoring and the balancing by Persian mathematician and astronomer Al-Khwarizmi. And you already know who is Al-Khwarizmi. Here you go, the Muhammad Al-Khwarizmi, father of algebra. This is Shah sir, lecturer of mathematics, Milestone College. Okay, today we have to think about what actually the board versus current related math. We need to understand what actually the board speed, current speed, and these types of basic we need to understand very clearly. That's why this slide is very important for you. First of all, suppose it is a river, or if this river is a flow, is suppose this way. So we can say the river, the flow of the river is in this way, and suppose a person have to go from this point to that point, so this is the direction one have to go. So if I wanted to say that when a person go with a boat from here to here, I mean this direction, then that will be actually along the current. So the boat speed and the current speed will be the equal, so that will be just added. But if any boatman come from this point to this point, then he have to or she have to come against the current, isn't it? On that time, if the boat must have to come this part from this, then the system will be, it will be against the current, and the value will be the boat speed minus current speed. Okay, suppose this is the system that the when anyone go from this part to that part, on the time the boat will just go very swiftly, and on that time if your speed is zero, no problem, because the current speed is very high. That's why you will go through the uh, boat. So that will be the current and you go on that way. But if this like this way, the boatman, if he wanted to go against this against the current, that means this way, suppose this way, on that time what will happen? Yes, on that time it will be against the, yes, against the current. And if any question say like this, uh, to cover a particular or certain amount of distance, going and returning, if anything say like this way, that one have to cover a distance, he will go and return. That means actually he have to go one time along the current and another time against the current, isn't it? Because he have to just at this point he will start, and at this point it will be the ending point. That means the boat will start from this part to that part, and then the boat must have to return from that to this part. So it will be the system that to cover a certain amount of distance by along the current and against the current both. Okay, don't no need to think about more. I will clear everything. That is, let the speed of the boat is u kilometer per hour, suppose, and the current is v kilometer per hour. So the speed of the current is v and the speed of the boat is, suppose, yes, u. Then what will be that when along the current the effective speed of the boat is u plus v, because current is going that way and boat is also go that way. That's why these two will be added. But if against the current, on that time the effective speed of the boat will be the boat speed minus current speed. What I wanted to understand you by viewing this, yes, pictures. Okay, and another one thing we have to understand, that is S equal Vt, where V equal S by T. Here S is the distance. okay, and t is the time, and v, that is the velocity. That velocity may be against the current or along the current. Along the current, that means u plus v. If against the current, that will be u minus v. So again we need to use this formula to understand the math also. So this is the basic slide for you. Then we will go enter our main topic. Our first question says a boat can go d kilometer in p hours against the current, okay. He takes q hours to cover the distance along the current. So q hours needed for along the current, okay. What is the speed of the current and the boat? So you need to find the speed of the current and the boat. Okay, how we can solve it? We know the speed of the boat. Let us assume that actually the speed of the boat will be u and speed of the current will be v. This is the first thing we have to consider. Then if along the current, then it will be u plus v, and if it is against the current, then it will be u minus v. I think you can understand this part very easily because the basic part I already understand you. Okay, then u plus v will be d by q. Why d by q? It's a question for you. Okay, look at this. Here distance is given. Distance is d. Okay, and he takes q hours to cover the distance along the current. That means along the current, that velocity will be u plus v. Okay, and distance is d is given, and the hour, this time is q is given. So our s equal actually d, v equal u plus v, and t equal what? Yes, t equal q. So we can write d equal u plus v into q. Then v equal s by t. Then on that, using this formula, we can write this distance by time. Distance by time. Distance is d and time is q. Similarly, here talking about against the current. When against the current, velocity will be u minus v, and the formula v equal s by t. So we can say that d divided by p, that is distance divided by hour or time, okay, by using this formula. Now we get 1 and 2 equations, because we need to find the speed of the current and the boat. So we need to find u and v. How we can find u and v from these two equations? Yes, it's very easy to just add it one time and then subtract. Okay, to understand this, okay, add it. If we added this two, then it will be u plus v equal this, u minus v equal this. If we add, then v gone, 2u equal to d by q plus d by p. Then it will be 2u equal d. If we take common d, then it will be 1 by q plus 1 by p, and u, that is equals to 2 will be changed each side. It will be d by 2 into 1 by q plus 1 by p. Clear? So we get the boat speed. Now we need to find the current speed. How can we do this? It's very easy to find from this to subtracting. Just similarly subtracting these two. If we subtract this, then that will be u gone, 2v 2v. So it will be 2v and d by q minus d by p. Then just 2 will be changed its side. Then it will be v equal d by 2 into 1 by q minus 1 by p. It's our required answer. Okay, our second question says a person rowing against the current can go 2 km per hour. If the speed of the current is 3 km per hour, how much time will he take to cover 32 kilometers rowing along the current? So here what actually given and what we have to find, it's very important to understand. Here there is talking about against the current can go 2 km per hour. That means this is the velocity where against the current, that means u minus v, because boat speed minus the current speed will be our against the current. Okay, against the current is the velocity is given, that is 2 km per hour. And here is also given if the speed of the current is 3 km per hour, that means actually had just given the speed of the current. Speed of the current, we know the speed of the current is denoted by v. So v equal 3 km per hour. So here is given u plus v equal 2, and here is given v equal 3. Okay, and we need to find how much time will be required to take the cover the distance 32 km rowing along the current. Okay, if rowing along the current and you have to cover 32 meter distance, then what will be the time? It's very easy to you. Okay, what actually given here, if we assume that speed of the boat is u and speed of the current is v, then speed of the along current will be u plus v, and against will be u minus v. Okay, according to question, what we can write from here, here was given against the current, that means u minus v, that is 2 is given, and also given the speed of the current, that means v equal 3. So these two are given. Okay, from these two we can very easily find out the value of this u, and u is our boat speed, so just u minus v equal to, putting the value of v, it will be 2 plus v, just the value of v is 3, then you will get 5. Clear? Okay, so you can get you know the v. So what is the value for the along the current? Just add this to, then 3 plus 5, it will be 8. Okay, the speed along the current, that will be u plus v, so 5 plus 3, that will be 8. So here what actually given and what we need to do, here is already given the we have to cover 32 kilometer, so that is the distance is given, distance is 32, and along the current we know the velocity of the current is 8, and now we need to find the required time. Very easy. By which way? We know s equal vt, where s equal v, that is our along the current, that's why u plus v into t, then t equal s by u plus v, just putting the value of s and u plus v, then you will get your answer. Clear? Okay. Then our next question says, a boatman can row x kilometer in time t1 hours against the current. Okay, t1 hour and x kilometer. To cover the distance along the current, he takes t2 hours. How much is the speed of the boat and the current? So here we also find the speed of the boat and the current. So what actually given? Given is the distance is given, when it is against the current, time is given. So distance given, time given, we can understand, we can find the value of the against the current very easily. Then to cover the distance, that means our distance is x, the current along the current, it will be t2. So when it is along the current, so the time is t2, and we know u plus v, and our distance is x. Just we need to find the speed and boat. How we can do this? Okay, let the speed of the boat is u kilometer per hour, and the current will be v kilometer per hour. Okay, then the along the current, the effective speed of the boat will be u plus v. Just no need to effective speed. If you think it is very tough for you, just write along the current, speed of the boat is u plus v kilometer per hour. Then against the current, the effective speed of the boat is u minus v per hour. I think you can understand it very easily because of the basic. Okay, now according to question, u plus v, that means against the current or along the current? Yes, along the current. So along the current is given t2 and distance is x, so that will be our velocity will be distance by time. Our distance was x and time was t2, then we get from it very easily, and using this formula actually x equal vt. Similarly, u minus v, when it is against the current, time was t1 and the distance was x, so u minus v will be x by t1. So what we have to do and what we have to find, here we have to find actually speed the boat and the current. That means we need to find u and v. By which procedure? We can very understand, that is just adding these two, then you will get 2u equal this plus this. Okay, then this, from this to x take as common, then it will be 1 by t2 plus 1 by t1, then just 2 will be changed each side, then it will be u equal x by 2 into 1 by t1 plus 1 by t2. So we get our boat speed. Then subtracting these two, then from that, if this is minus, this will be plus, this will be minus, so u will be gone. 2v equal this part minus this part, then take x as common, 1 by t2 minus 1 by t1, then v equal x by 2 into 1 by t2 minus 1 by t1. To understand this, just again I give the picture to you. Okay, okay, our next math says that 15 kilometer goes and returns from there in 4 hours playing an oar. He goes 5 kilometer at a period of time along the current and goes 3 kilometer at the same period of time against the current. Find the speed of the oar and the current. It's a very important math for you. So we need to understand what actually the math says. Here, first line is very crucial. understand it very clearly, that a boatman goes 15 kilometer and returns from there in 4 hours playing by an oar. What does it means? It means, suppose this is the river, and the boatman will go from this point to that point, goes, I mean the 15 kilometers. So this is the total distance, okay, 15 kilometers. So he will go and return from the 4 hours. That means actually we have the boatman will cover only this part, okay, it will cover only this part, but the fact is it will go and come, total time will required 4 hour, total time will be required for 4 hour. How? Okay, just understand from this picture that if the boatman go from this part to that part, on that time it will go along the current, and when it will return back from that point to this point, on that time it will be what, against the current, against the current. So to first line says actually to go, it will be the boatman have to go from this point to that point along the current and against the current, total time will be 4 hour. How can we construct the equation? We can construct very easily by this way, that is the boat, suppose boat speed is u and current speed is v, and 15 by u plus v, that is distance by velocity, and distance by velocity equal what, time, because s equal vt on that formula. If s equal vt, then t equal what, s by v. So time by here our distance is 15, okay, and our, since it is along the current, that's why u plus v, and again the 15 kilometer it have to cover by what, against the current, and total time will be 4. Can you understand? Okay, and the second line says he goes 5 kilometer at a period of time along the current and goes 3 kilometer at the same period of the against the current. That means he goes 5 kilometer at the period of time along the current. So to go along the current, it takes to 5 kilometer, and to go 3 kilometer it will be against the current, and that two will be equal. So 5 by u plus v, so along the current it covers the area of the distance of 5 kilometer, and here it will cover 3 kilometer because it was against the current, and these two take same. Here talking about that, the he goes 5 kilometer at a period of the time along the current and goes 3 kilometer at the same period of time. That means these two are same. So just construct these two equation, and these two equation if you construct, then the others part is very easier to you. Then just elaborate this equation. It will be just cross multiply 5u minus 5b equal 3u plus 3v, then 5 u will be taking one side and v will be go other side. It will be 2u equal to 4v, that is u equal 4v. Just putting the value of u in here, then what you will get, you will get actually 15 by 4v plus v, that is just putting the value of u, it will be 4v plus v, and plus 15 by u minus v is 4v minus v equal 4. Then 15 by 5v plus 15 by 3v equal this, then 3 by v plus 5 by v equal this. Just cross multiply 4v equal 8, and then v equal this. Or you can go here, from here you may go to what actually taking 1 by v as common, or v will be the LCM, as you wish. You may go anyway. Okay, then you get v, that is the current speed you have find. Now we have to find what, we have to find the speed of the boat by using equation number 3. Then v in 4 into v, then 4 into 2, it will be 8. I think you can understand the math, and this math is very important. Okay, our second, and then we'll go our profit percentage and loss part. Here you have to, the basic part is, if profit is high then loss will be low, or loss will be high then there will be no profit. That, so they have the inverse relation. And some important formula to you may just understand from here. If you something what, if you something profit or if you something gain, then the selling price will be minus cost price. That means actually if you just something the cost price of a pen is 5, and if the pen you sell to your friend by 6 taka, that is the selling price. So you got actually one taka profit. How you get the 1 taka profit? By selling, by subtracting from selling to cost price. And what will be the loss? So you just buy something, or the cost price was 5 taka pen, but you just give your friend that pen by 4 taka, then 1 taka will be lost. On that time you have to subtract cost price minus selling price. So these two equations are very important, and others you may just understand it. And another thing is the percentage formula. Actually, what do you mean by 18% of 20? Percentage, that means actually something by 100. This is the first part, or this is the first and foremost rules, that percentage means something divided by 100. If something percent, then that will be something by 100. Here 80%, that's why 80 by 100. Here was question was, what is 80% of 20? That's why x by 20 equal 80 by, I mean x by 20, that will be equal to 80%, and 80% will be 80 by 100. Just calculate it, you will get x equals 16. It's just basic. Okay, we'll go our first math, that is, if a pen is sold at taka 11 taka, there is a profit of 10%. What was the cost price of the pen? So here actually what is given? Here is given the selling price. Selling price is 11 taka is given, and if you sell 11 taka something, then you will get a profit of 10%. But the question is hard, what actually the cost price is? We can just easily solve this math by this way. Just let us assume that our cost price is 100 taka, then selling 10% profit, that means you have 10% profit, means your cost price plus profit, that will be your selling price. If selling price is 110 taka, then cost price was 100 taka. Since you have to find the cost price, so cost price must have to remain the right side. From 8 you know, understand very much, very easily. And for selling price 1, then cost price will be 100 by 110. And for selling price 11, the cost price will be just multiply by 100 into 11 by 100 by 10. 0 0 gone, 11 11 gone, that will be 10 is our required answer. It's a very easier math for you. Then our second math shows that due to sale of a notebook of taka 36, there was a loss. If the notebook book would be sold 72 taka, then there will be profit amounting twice the loss. What was the cost price of the notebook? So if any notebook is sold by 36 taka, you have loss. But if you on that notebook you sold by 72 taka, then you have a profit of twice the loss. So what's actually the cost price of the note? Okay, it's very easy. Suppose similarly our cost price, let us assume that it is x. If 36 taka loss, then selling price will be, yes, cost price minus 36. If 72 taka profit, then our selling price will be x plus 72. But there is a relation. What actually the relation is? Relation is profit amounting twice the loss. That is, this, the actually the value of this will be twice than this. Suppose this is 4, this is 2, or this is 100, this is 50. So this 50 and this is 100, so this is twice. If we just write it as according to question, then that will be balanced. To balancing the suppose this is 100, this is 50, so you have to multiply by this into 2, then it will be equal. Just we are doing this, so this part equal 2 into this, just calculating it, we get x equal 42. So our cost price of the notebook was 42. Okay, now this question is very easier for you, I think. That is, due to selling a commodity at a loss of x%, price is obtained that due to selling price as profit 3x%, taka 8x more is obtained. Here the same math actually, loss is x% and the profit will be 3x%. If this is like this way, then the relation will be this two is 18x. Then what was the cost price? Similarly, suppose C is our cost price, S is our sale price, R is the rate of profit, and we know S equal this, I mean S, our selling price, will be cost price into 1 minus that is x by 100, x%, that's x by 100. Okay, so our selling price will be cost into 1 minus x by 100, and the selling price will be C into 1 plus 3 by 100. Since it is profit, that's why it will be plus, and since it is loss, that's why it will be minus. Okay, Now the relationship between these two is 18x. So our this profit minus sale will be 18x. According to our question says the profit will be less than the profit minus loss, that will be 18x. Then C will be taking as common. Then 1 plus 3x by 100 minus 1 plus x by 100, just 1 on gun. 4x by 100, just you may go for the LCM. Then cross multiply 18x into 100 by 4x. So 4x gun, 4 and 100, 25, 25 into 18, it will 450. So this is our cost part and this is our again answer. And if you think that you will be do this math by the previous one, it will be also done by you. That will be very easier to you also. Just let us assume that our cost price is x or c, then c plus x, and that will be c minus x, and that will be the distance will be 18x. You may go that way also as you wish. Okay. The losses are percent when n oranges are sold per taka. How many oranges are to be sold per taka to make a profit of s%? My dear students, this is a very tricky and tough math to you, but I will show a very easier shortcut to you, so that we can easily find these steps of math by 1 minute. Okay. So our formula is taka by taka equal price by price into loss by profit. You have to just memorize this formula of when the taka will be given, loss profit will be given, and the number of oranges or number of product will be given. On that time you can use this formula by it is our shortcut formula. Okay, here is talking about per taka and in orange for loss was r%. So every taka price and loss, here is a relation. Loss with the relation with price and taka. Since 18% loss, that's why our loss will be 100 minus r loss. Then price was 1 taka, so it will be 1 taka is our price, and oranges are n, so piece is n piece orange, and taka is 1 taka. Okay, now how many oranges? So we need to piece of orange have to find, and per taka, that is 1 taka, and the profit of s%, profit means plus, that will be 100 plus s. So we get this. Can we understand the math very easily? It's a very easier math. Here is r% loss, so 100 minus r will be our loss, and I mean our selling price, and here profit was s%, so just plus 100 plus s. Piece was n, and here piece was we have to find, and here was taka was 1 and taka 1, so 1 1. Then piece will be go that way, then n into this by this. So this is our required answer. Very easy. Okay. Our second math shows the loss is x% when 10 ice cream are to be sold per taka. How many ice creams are to be sold per taka to make the profit of z%? I think no need to go for a proof for you, because you can understand how to solve these steps of math, isn't it? Yes. And the formula is taka by taka equal piece by piece into loss by profit. Here was talking about x% loss, so loss will be 100 minus x, and piece 10 piece, and taka was 1, and for profit z%, so 100 plus z is our profit. Piece we have to find per taka, that is 1, so piece will be go that way by cross multiply. Our answer is 10 into this by this, that will be 10 into 100 will be 1000 minus 10x divided by this is our answer. Okay. And final math, the work. Loss is 50% when 10 lemons are sold per taka. What will be the profit of 6 lemons are to be sold by per taka? It's very similar to the previous two maths. And I think no need to go for the proof. Do by yourselves. However, I give the solution. Take taka by taka equal piece by piece into loss by profit. Here 50% loss, so 100 minus 50, it will be 50. And profit, that will be, we have to actually find the profit, and then given the 10 lemons for loss, so loss, that is 10, and 6 lemon for profit, so 6 is under there, and taka per taka, so 1 1, so profit will be going there, and this is our profit part. Okay, and I think you can understand the math very easily. Okay, now we will show our previous class I show all of the maths by shortcut way, but two work was not done, that's why in this lecture I add these two. what actually the simple and compound. I gave a huge big basic to you to understand the compound interest and simple interest. From among them I give these two. Okay, so you may go this by this way, and you know I equal PNR by 100. Here is given PNR by 100, and you may go like this way, and this math can go like this way. Here principal rate, everything is given 4%, 4%, and total is finally given. And thank you very much. Hopefully stay with the beauty of